Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. The Jubilee Party, the scramble for Jubilee Party is very suspicious. And sorry, I'm not saying the scramble. It is actually the aggression for the Jubilee Party takeover by William Samoei Ruto is very suspicious. I am fully convinced that Sabina Kega and Sabina Kega, Adan Kainan are just guns for hire. The person behind Jubilee Party takeover is none other than William Samoei Ruto. You have the state machinery. He cannot be in a position. Sabina Kega and the rest of those leaders, the Jubilee Party faction, cannot marshal or rather cannot mobilize such a security forces, such a huge security contingent to invade, rather to storm the Jubilee Party. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bold analysis. Today, after push and pull on who is actually the bona fide Secretary General of the Jubilee Party, the faction, the scramble rather, that altercation between Sabina Kega and Jeremiah Kioni escalated today. And they were running battles. Jeremiah Kioni, what happened? Jeremiah Kioni faction, led by some other officials and rather party members, were in the Jubilee Party headquarters in Kileleshwa. Then, Sabina Kega, a team arrived there with the police, trying to gain access in the Jubilee Party premises. And at that level, and at that point, they were running battles, and I've even seen the stone throws between the two factions. And after it, what happened is that even a journalist was hurt in that mayhem. And so you wonder, the bipartisan talks just collapsed. I analyzed saying that it was designed to collapse. And one of the things that is there is about ceasefire. Clearly, William Ruto is not ready for ceasefire. What happened at Jubilee is something that really should worry many people. Uhuru Kenyatta, and as you can see in this video, Uhuru Kenyatta arrived there, flanked by the Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni and the member Embakasi West MP Mwenje and other supporters and other MCS in Nairobi to show solidarity with Jeremiah Kioni, who they believe and who Uhuru Kenyatta believes is the Secretary General of the party. And immediately arrived there, he ordered the police to leave.
Mr. President,
I paid attention to the way police were leaving that place. They seemed to be receiving orders from, and those who are there saying that they seem to have received orders to leave that place. Immediately, Uhuru Kenyatta said they needed to leave. So Uhuru Kenyatta was called by Jeremiah Kioni, who briefed him. And you know, his residence is not very far from Kileleshwa because he has a residence around the State House. So he was just at home and decided to walk, literally walking to the Jubilee Party headquarters, and was flanked by those leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru Kenyatta even spoke. After that, Uhuru Kenyatta went back and sat in that seat, the Jubilee Party, that seat, and the act of, former President Uhuru Kenyatta had been avoiding going to the Jubilee Party headquarters because, of course, he will not want to be seen as if trying to associate with the Kenyan politics at this time, because according to the law, he is supposed to have retired from active politics. But he braved and said, look here, we are going, And he went and sat there. If you look at even the sitting arrangement, he sat there and addressed a press saying that they are out to protect their right and to protect their party from that takeover. I want you to listen to Uhuru Kenyatta speaking inside the Jubilee headquarters.
And everybody who wants to leave a party is free to leave a party and go to another party. Yes. Ama ni namna gani mzangu? Na mimi nawashukuru kwa kulinda chama yenu. Na sisi hatuna vita na mtu. Tunalinda sisi chama yetu. Na wale ambao hawataki waende kule, wanataka kwenda kwa amani. Hakuna haja ya kusumbua watu wale wengine. Tuwe na amani jamani. Polisi wako na shughuli nyingi, sio kuja hapa kujaribu kusumbua watu.
Watu wanakufa Kilifi.
Alafu mko hapa kunyang'anya watu chama yao. Unawanyang'anya kwa nini? Kila mtu ako na haki yake. Na hiyo sisi tunataka kulinda haki yetu.
Sisi wakati wananchi waliamua vile waliamua mwaka uliopita mwezi wa Agosti, wengine wetu ambao tulikuwa viongozi sio tu wa chama wa nchi, tukakubali huo uamuzi na tukaendelea na tukakabadhia wale ambao walishinda haki yao, na sisi hatuna shida na hiyo. Lakini tunasema jamani, pia hawa wanastahili waheshimu haki yetu. Yes. Kama wanachama, na hii ni chama yetu, chama ambacho iko na ratiba yake ambaye tunafuata ya kufanya yale ambaye yanaegezea chama yao.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, speaking matters Jubilee Party, there is the other faction, and the reason why I'm telling you, the person that Jeremiah Kioni, the person that Sabina Kega, and the team are actually going after is not that one person, is not Jeremiah Kioni. There is something deeper than this. Now, if you paid attention to what was going on there, Sabina Kega did not speak to the journalists at no point. She actually declined to comment over the matter, even though she was there. And looking at how she was there, she was even looking worried. And then, I'm just wondering, even if you want to take over that party, who is the party leader? Uhuru Kenyatta was the party leader. As whether he had relinquished that position to someone else is not something that is still known. But then, the other faction of Jubilee held a press briefing outside, and they steered clear of mentioning Uhuru Kenyatta's name. Not that Uhuru Kenyatta has come out, immediately, and they spoke after Uhuru Kenyatta had actually went to that Jubilee. They steered clear of it, and in fact, they are talking about Jeremiah Kioni. I do believe that Jeremiah Kioni is a very small person in the whole thing here.
Na wale guns ambayo wameletwa na Kioni. Na sisi kama chama cha Jubilee hatuna wakati wa furugu, hatuna wakati wa maandamano, manake tunataka kwenda kwenye hiyo bunge kuona jinsi tutatatua hali ngumu ya maisha ambaye inakumba wa Kenya sasa hivi. Na ile mjadala tunataka kukua naye na rais wa nchi hii ni jinsi gani vijana wa Kenya watapata ajira, ni jinsi gani bei ya unga itashuka. Hiyo ingine yote ya maandamano na kufanya watu washindwe kufanya biashara, sisi kama Jubilee hatuko na wala hatutaki kuhusika nayo. Kwa hivyo Kioni anapoenda maandamano zake.
That's what I was saying. I don't think Jeremiah Kioni here is the problem. These people are out to do something. And I want to say, and I repeat, I said it when I did my first analysis on this. The person behind the Jubilee Party aggression to take over Jubilee, the engineer behind it is William Samoei Ruto. And one of the reasons I'm fully convinced that could be that, in 2017, William Ruto was the person behind that party. He's the person, he was the wheel behind that party. And could be, he's having the certificates of registration of the party. Maybe. He could be having the papers. Could be having some of the papers about the registration of that party. And that's why they're pushing this team, wants to make sure that that party is dead. And there are 4 reasons why this Jubilee takeover is something very suspicious. The aggression behind this aggression of Jubilee takeover. The timing is very worrying. To say the truth, the timing is very worrying. Because number one, it is coming at a time when bipartisan talks just collapsed the other day. Azimio team are saying we are heading back to mass action, even after the first attempt to have a dialogue failed. And the Jubilee takeover aggression is just clearly an effort to provoke Uhuru Kenyatta. So that you can find out if Uhuru Kenyatta can come out and defend Jubilee Party, and you know Jeremiah Kioni has been part of Azimio activities representing the Jubilee Party, then we will clearly try to link Uhuru Kenyatta to the second phase of Azimio activities. So this is just trying to perpetuate that narrative. And I can tell you, what you will see in the next few statements from UDA leaders, they will descend on Uhuru Kenyatta that is defending Jubilee because himself is actually funding that Jubilee Party. So that's clearly something you can see. They are out to see what they can do together with that party. Now, the other second thing I can see here is there could be fears and there could be some thoughts that Jubilee Party accounts are fat. High possibility that the Jubilee Party is the powerhouse behind Azimio activities, or rather, its position there is very powerful. And I think an effort to take over that party is just to clip it off from Azimio activities, because from what many people, maybe some of the aggressions, some of the activities that are there, I think President William Ruto thinks that Uhuru Kenyatta, the question of who is funding Azimio activities, he might even think that Uhuru Kenyatta is funding Azimio activities through Jubilee Party. So what you need to do, you need to go there and put your proxies, because if successfully Jeremiah Kioni and the Kega team are supposed to take over, then even the treasurer was pushed out. In fact, let me tell you, I don't think even the Secretary General position is what the party is looking at. They are looking after the accounts of the party. Do you think people can? I don't believe that people fight for resources, because there is no power in Jubilee Party. That party is as dead as yesterday. It's gone as yesterday. But they could be having feeling, because there was subscription there per month. These members are also doing subscription there, and so they may be scrambling for something there. And most probably, Ruto wants that party to be dead. He wants that party to be dead because could be, if Uhuru Kenyatta is to exist politically, then he'll work through the Azimio activities. That is clearly something I can see. And I think someone is also testing, is Uhuru Kenyatta still interested in active politics? The next day, you'll hear the talks of, if you can go and order the police to leave the premise, and you can still go and visit Jubilee Headquarters, you are still interested in Jubilee politics, in active politics, and then you should not qualify for the retirement benefits. So this is a provocation, and I think it has reached the core. The president has come out, former president has come out and reacted. I agree. If Uhuru Kenyatta, if William Ruto wants to take over Jubilee Party, for those who wants to leave, if it's about leaving the party, you can just leave the party without becoming a Secretary General. You can leave Jubilee Party without becoming a Secretary General, because you don't have the interest of that party. There is nothing they're doing. Where are they taking that party for? Clearly, you can see that there is something deeper than what catches the eye. And I think the move by former President Uhuru Kenyatta to come and defend Jeremiah Kioni is a good one, because Jeremiah Kioni had been a lone ranger. I also saw after that Azimio politicians also went there. So that's my take, and ladies and gentlemen, so thank you very much for watching. I'm also tagging the last bit of a video. This is about our fundraiser, and we completed well, and we agreed that we are going to form a bold charity network in the next 2 months. I'm still taking feedback from your end so that we crystallize it into some very good, really impactful programs. But I just want to leave the snippet of Stephen and Mercy yesterday when we actually delivered them the motorbike, And remember, we had also released the wife was detained in hospital earlier. But then on Monday, this is what transpired. So thank you very much. And you can watch. I realize that many people like that last part of the video. Asanteni sana.
Hi guys, Asanteni Sana, we are here. This is a Bajaj shop, so we are finally putting it to a closure. Here, I am here with Steven and Mercy. So we finally bought the motorbike here. It's a new motorbike, and we bought it here. Just a bit of Vinny, I'm interacting with the motorbike for the first time. So here the helmet, yes. So these are the two helmets. This one and this one. These ones are reflectors. These are reflectors. Yeah, sijui. So I'm also aligning now. This one is for. This is umbrella. So this is very important. Wakati kunyesha, you can still work. And yes. So that is a brand new. I'll give Steven our ongelation. And then also Mercy is here. Leo tujabeba mtoto. Leo tujabeba mtoto. And thank you very much. So Steve, say something.
Thank you once again. This is Steven. Leo nimefurahi sana. Nimefurahi na Mr. Kevin and the Bold family. Nataka nishukuru sana. Nimefurahi, yani niko tu na furaha moyoni mwangu. Sasa nataka niingie kazi, nitaingia kazi bila stress. Pikipiki ni ya cash, hakuna kulipa loan. Nimefurahi sana, asanteni sana.
Pikipiki aina gani?
Hii ni Boxer BMW 125cc.
So this is now Mercy is here, and today Mercy is very smiling.
Actually, on my side, I want to say thank you for this. It's very wonderful, and I'm happy. So actually, I'm really very happy. So I don't have anything to say. Just happy, and I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yes, guys. So we are putting this to a closure. We ended it. We managed to buy a motorbike and also another cash transfer that we're going to make, and also insurance. Yeah. Yes. So we're also going to get insurance. We'll go on vacation to get insurance, but now I think it's set to work. Yeah. Asante sana. So we will have everything. You might have a receipt. Yeah. So guys, thank you very much. We did this, and we decided that we need to make it different. So that's why I'm putting on this example here. I've said Bold Charity Network. So we are going to create a big network to make sure that not just it doesn't end with Steve and Mercy, with Stephen and Mercy, and many more. We shall walk this talk together. Santi,